G'day and welcome to the box seat. I'm Pete Anthonus. It's good to be here to preview 7 races from Ascot Racecourse this Wednesday, the 15th of May. A quick look at the forecast. It should be sunny and 27 degrees. The rail is out in the 14 metre position and I'm anticipating a good forward track. Race 1 on the card jumps at 1:14. It's a Tab Touch Bet Your Bet plate over 1100 metres. And for our horse in focus, we'll take a look at the most recent start of War Saint.
It's well placed coming into the home corner, about to dart up near the inside, followed further back by Jaguar Grey. We've got Dreams, the leader though. He's still looking for a run with Specialism. War Saint sticks on. We've got Dreams in front. War Saint down the outside. Jaguar Grey. Specialism's getting through. She found the needle, eye opening. She's coming. She's finishing quickly. Or she dived at the 2 Greys.
War Saint was good in its first start. It managed to lead up a field over a heavy track and was impossible to get past. In its second career start, however, it raced 3 wide without cover. It loomed up as if it was going to keep on going down the straight, but it just tired late and was gobbled up and ran 5th behind Specialism, who's subsequently come out and won. I think from gate 6, it does have enough speed to lead this event. At the worst, it should be sitting in the breeze. So with a bit more luck, I think it can go back to winning form in this event. Second pick is the 3 Brave Contender. It's another horse that was out there wide last start, and it also was badly affected by a mid-race slowdown, so I certainly think it can improve. Seems to draw pretty soft from gate 3 as well. Third pick is the 4, which is a first starter in Choose Freedom. It gets the blinkers on. We saw it go pretty well the last couple of trials. I thought the most recent one of those, it was without cover, hit the lead coming on around the turn and was just tired a little bit late, but it picked up again on the line, so I thought it was a good enough trial and draws nicely in gate 1. Fourth pick is another first starter in Beffinjar, which has been competitive in its 2 most recent trials. In the last trial it sat in the breeze, but then it also was just strong going to the line. It ran second behind what I think is a nice horse. On top in race 1 is the 1 War Saint from 3 Brave Contender, 4 Choose Freedom and the 7 Beffinjar. Race 2 at Ascot jumps at 1:49. It's the Amelia Park Lamb Handicap over 1100 metres. And for our horse in focus, we'll have a look at the most recent start of Megachino at Ascot.
He's a gunslinger, raced up very quickly and headed Bachelor Boy. A length and a half away then, starting to run on Kendall's Me Dad. Further back is I Wonder. Inside the 150, he's a gunslinger, still a length in front. On the outside, Kendall's Me Dad being followed then by Snow Bamboo, getting up towards the inside. Look at them queuing up behind them. They split the line, Kendall's Me Dad.
Not sure Megachino had too much luck in that most recent start. It was a pretty big field. It jumped pretty well, but the wide barrier, they just restrained the horse back towards a position to find cover. That ended up being roughly second last, and it was doing its best work coming wide around the turn, and it was strong going through the line. I think with a bit more, or a bit of an easier run in transit and also just a smaller field, it should be pretty difficult to get past. It should be doing its best work late. It's on top for me from the 2, which is Don's Legacy. It returned with a good run at Northam. It was really only just collared late by Finally French, who is a horse that does have a very nice turn of foot. That run was pretty much off a moderate tempo, and I think all things considered, it may not lead this event, but it should be sitting pretty handy to the rest of this field. Third pick is the 1, Chapita. It had a trial. It just seemed to tire a little bit late. It seemed to have just been out sprinted going into the straights. I'm not sure if it needed the fitness in that trial, but certainly on its best figures, it would be well and truly winning this race. And then the 4th pick is the 6 Lipstick Flickers, which comes from a good race there at Pinjarra behind Not to Be Missed and Lido Beach. All 3 of those horses cleared out from the rest of the field, and they all showed a very nice turn of foot indeed. So with a bit of luck in running, it should be thereabouts. It just might need a bit of galloping room along the inside. On top in race 2 is the 4 Megachino from 2 Don's Legacy, 1 Chapita and 6 Lipstick Flickers. Race 3 at Ascot jumps at 2:24. It's the Iron Jack Handicap over 1,000 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent trial of Ameliago.
Those runners there next. Over on the inside is Tommy as they come into the straight now. That is Thunder Boom. Towards the tail is Lucky Raw, and it's back there with State Attorney. Into the straight though with 2:50 to go. On the outside, City Chance in front. Megadon's underneath it. Kicking back through now is Ameliago. These 3 fight it out. Nothing coming on from the back. Fighting back through Megadon. Drew Clear pulls away. Megadon wins. Second there was City Chance. Third past the...
It was a pretty good trial, and it was over a pretty hot tempo as well. There was a fair few horses competing for the front, and Ameliago was one of those. And it ended up settling in 3rd on the inside with a couple of horses on the outside leading the event. So obviously they were going along at a fairly decent clip. It responded well in the straight and then just cruised late towards the line. I thought overall it was a very impressive performance. It might have a slightly sticky gate there from 5, but if it can find a bit of cover early in the race, it certainly has the figures to be winning this race. It goes on top for me from the 4, Cool Serenity, who's another horse coming from Northam. I thought this horse was pretty brave considering it was 3 wide without cover on pace. It was bumped before the turn, it loomed, it was just caught late. I think it's better suited if there is more tempo, and there does seem to be a fair few horses that might want to find the front here. Third pick is the 5, which is Fair Joy. It seemed to just be eased up last start at Pinjarra. It's had around 30 days off, and if we go off its previous form over these sprint trips, it was pretty consistent, and it does seem to find a good spot from gate 4. Fourth pick is the 7, which is Chisano. It led outside in the breeze last start before just finally settling in front. It kept fighting towards the line, but both runs so far this prep have shown good on-speed ability. On top in race 3 is the 1, Ameliago, from 4, Cool Serenity, 5, Fair Joy, and the 7, Chisano. Race 4 at Ascot, the first leg of the quaddie jumps at 3 o'clock. It's the David Gray's AG Link Maiden over 1,500 metres. And we'll have a look at the most recent start of Run for Money, last seen at Ascot.
Raced up very quickly and headed Bachelor Boy. A length and a half away then, starting to run on. Kendall's Me Dad. Further back is I Wonder. Inside the 150, he's a gunslinger. Still a length in front. On the outside, Kendall's Me Dad being followed then by Snow Bamboo getting up towards the inside. Look at them queuing up behind them. They split the line. Kendall's Me Dad.
Run for Money was restrained back through the field. It settled last on the fence, and it really just didn't have any clear galloping room until late in the pace. It was probably about the 100 metre mark that it got out. It really attacked the line well and finished just behind Kendall's Me Dad in what was a reasonably quickly run maiden event. I think all things considered, gate 10 does seem to put it into a slightly better spot, should be able to find a bit more momentum coming around the turn, and it's only its second career start. It did show a really nice turn of foot late in the piece. So it goes on top for me from the 4, Barra Magic. This horse was well supported. It raced 3 or 4 wide for most of that event. It was just really a bit of a hard watch if you back the horse. I think all things considered from gate 6, it should be settling midfield with a bit of cover and should go pretty close to winning this based on its 3 career starts so far. Third pick is the 3, Neat Action. Again, it's another horse that had no luck at all last start. It was jumping from wide barrier, went way too far back in the field and never figured. I think all things considered from gate 3, it should be settling in the first 4 or 5 runners and can improve in this event. And then the 4th pick is the 8, Snow Bamboo, who does draw pretty awkwardly, but we saw last start it was just a strong run in that maiden race. The figures were good, and if it can find a bit of cover from 12, it should be able to do the same here. In race 4, the 11 goes on top, Run for Money from 4, Barra Magic, 3, Neat Action, and the 8, Snow Bamboo.